you guys, we got some big news in the world of Wheel of Fortune. You want to know who the new host is? Drum roll, please. It's not Al. I'm so sorry. I wish it was Al. It's not. It's Ryan Seacrest. Ryan confirmed the news that he's replacing Pat Sajak after he steps down next year. Vanna White is under contract for another year and is expected to stay on. What do we think about the news? I do have to say, I think this was in the works for a long time because we know Ryan Seacrest is no longer doing Ryan and Kelly. I think it's just now being revealed.
What do you guys think? I could see it.
Well, it makes the most sense.
You don't sound excited. You just go, when something makes the most sense, you're not like, I'm glad.
It's a little boring.
Well, yes, it's boring, but it's also designed to be boring because, I mean, Wheel of Fortune, I'm not saying it's boring, but it's a comfort show. People want there to be consistency in their comfort. And I think that Ryan Seacrest fits into wherever he is as opposed to the environment having to fit into him.
I think you bring up a good point because there are, when you said that, it hit me, there are certain game shows that are kind of like Family Feud is the host kind of drives the show. Steve Harvey comes and lights it up. You know, when Louis Anderson was on, there was a different vibe. But Wheel of Fortune, it's almost like the game.
Yeah.
You know, so that was a really great point.
Yeah, but there's two dudes that literally capitalize the entire hosting game.
And let me guess the other one.
Nick Cannon.
Oh.
Right?
No, I was going to say Mario Lopez.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, here's the thing. It's safe. I think Ryan Seacrest is great. I really do. I admire him in some ways. He works really hard. He's very charitable. He fits in everywhere, like you kind of just said. But that's what we get with this culture, right? And I'm not saying he doesn't fit in perfectly, but if he could get every single job in Hollywood because he doesn't have anything following him. In today's day and age, we complain about everything. We're going to complain about some other stories that are coming up, or at least people complain. If this is what the world wants, everything's going to be Ryan Seacrest. It's going to become an adjective for everything.
And that's not even a shot at Ryan Seacrest.
No, it's not. And I'm not saying
no, you're not.
Yeah.
Ryan Seacrest is a type. He's like you said. He's going to do the Wheel of Fortune. There'll be no scandals. But sometimes you want a wild card. You want somebody to, you know, that's why you would hire, you know, maybe Snoop Dogg to do your game show, which he did. He's going to say funny stuff, and like Snoop's a little edgier. So there are, you know, I just hope we see places willing to take risks still. So I get your point.
Yes.
Yeah, our viewers are writing like snooze fest and little. Sorry,
but that's who created it, not our viewers, but the society created it because there'll be a distraction. This guy in 1969, remember when he did this? And
but
blah,
I
blah,
also
blah.
agree with Erica's point that with Wheel of Fortune, you don't want to take away from the game.
True.
You want a host that is going to be exactly who they are, and everyone can focus on the game.
All right.
Okay.
Good ending.
Good focus.
All right, congratulations to Ryan Seacrest. Netflix is taking some heat over its decision to release the movie Titanic so soon after Oceangate, the tragedy, of course. Netflix planned to release the movie on July 1st, but some people have accused the streamer of trying to capitalize on the interest in the story, but according to Variety, this is just a coincidence. Netflix ironed out the licensing deal months ago. Still, some people on Twitter are calling it distasteful. Others said it didn't seem like just some random move. You're shaking your head.
And this is what I'm talking about. People have to complain about everything. What are you complaining for? Don't you have any adversity whatsoever in your life that you're writing about the Titanic being released a week before it should have on Netflix? By the way, I watched the Titanic yesterday. Here's what you do if you're unhappy about something. I wasn't unhappy. I educated my kids. In the very first scene, there's like a submersible that goes down to the Titanic, kind of like what
the Oceangate.
Yeah, the Oceangate. But I was thinking like who directed? James Cameron. But he actually did that, right? So that was in the movie. I'm like, so to my 6- and 4-year-old kids, I'm like, this is like the submersible Oceangate, unfortunately, that imploded. But the Titanic is what they were down there to see. So we watched the movie, and I kind of explained to them. So they had a better understanding of why they went down there and who it was and what the Titanic was, and it was 100 years ago and all that stuff. You educate your children. You don't complain about life and about what? I don't even understand. A restaurant, Netflix, their decisions, who's the host of Jeopardy. It's like, go garden. Do something.
Clearly.
Sorry.
No, that's we get it.
And I don't know if we do. We do.
No, we get you. Is what I'm saying.
She's like, I'm not even
totally understand you.
Yeah.
No, I think that it's interesting that you say that, though, because there is an appetite for it, whether Netflix was doing it intentionally or not. Celine Dion's My Heart Will Go On is up 500,000 downloads since the submersible went missing. So clearly there's a connection there. And I don't think that it was intentional, but I think that maybe everything aligned.
And yeah, it's so
Final
weird.
thoughts.
They're coming at them about being, this didn't seem random. It's like they're a huge company. Everything is meant to continue and build momentum for viewerships to keep you there. There's a reason that when you watch a documentary about murder, there's another one in your queue. It's not random. It's very strange.
I know. Well, you know what? Like Dita Von Teese says, you can be the sweetest peach in the orchard and someone's still going to hate peaches.
Who is that?
Dita Von Teese.
You should have been sitting on a
And
porch.
it's juiciest peach. I'm so sorry. Not
I was like, did you get that right?
I don't think so.
Juiciest peach.
Yeah.
Want to try again?
Wait, yes.
No.
I don't know what it's saying.
Dita Von Teese said you could be the juiciest peach in the orchard and someone's still going to hate peaches.
Yeah.
So
you can't
how
please
would they
them
know?
all.
They wouldn't try the peach.
Enough.
Is that kind of like one bad apple? She just changed the fruit?
No, it means you can't please them all.
Even if you're great.
You haven't pleased one down here, Jeff. Mad at you.
All right, I'm not mad. All right. The upcoming movie, Barbie recreated the iconic Barbie Dream Home, and now we get to look inside. Margot Robbie opened the doors to the Dream Home used in the movie for Architectural Digest. She showed off some of the features, like the Barbie kitchen. That includes a fridge with real food and also decals of food. There's the Barbie pool you can stand on, but there's no water inside. And then there's Barbie's
Is it a
closet.
pool then?
Look at Barbie's closet, you guys, full of Chanel pieces. Yeah.
Why wouldn't it be Mattel pieces?
Interesting. Huh.
Did I just blow everyone's mind?
Yeah, you did.
Kind of
You
did.
just brought up a
You
Barbie
actually did.
branding right
Yeah.
there. That's interesting.
All right, well, that's all I have to say.
Well, did you ever live in one? Because guess what? You can also stay in a real Barbie Dream Home for free. Airbnb, there it is, you guys, is giving people a chance to stay at a replica of Barbie's Dream Home in Malibu. But here's the twist. The experience is being hosted by Ken. You can stay in his cowboy-themed bedroom and even try on some of his clothes. There's also a disco dance floor where you can groove out to some tunes on your rollerblades. You can watch the sunset or do some stargazing on the pink-themed patio. Airbnb is going to select 2 winners who will stay in the house for 1 night each. Of course, it's just like a place to just do nothing, because that's what Ken does.
But what else did you do in there? What is all this Ken hate? Let's get this.
Do anything.
Do you understand that there has to be a straight man in the art so like Barbie can shine? That's like what Jon Stewart did. He's the plain guy and his guests shine. Ken allows Barbie to shine because he's so boring.
Jon Stewart had a job.
Yes, to be the straight man. That's what talk show hosts are.
Ken does not have a job. And the funny thing is Ken, if you Google it, says Ken hosting 2 free nights at Airbnb.
Seems like he's got a
Free
house in
nights, He's just
Malibu.
giving away Barbie's
Are you saying
home.
the people that own Airbnbs don't have jobs?
I never said that. I'm
Yes,
saying
you just said Ken didn't
don't have a job.
Ken
Go ahead,
does have a
Erica.
job. Erica?
I
Please
was
don't
just
hate
trying
on
to.
Ken.
I was just trying to campaign for Jeff and Jordan.
Okay, go.
to stay in the house
I'm in.
for 2 nights. It's a contest. I think y'all should apply.
Listen, we get a little publicity. They get a little publicity.
You do look like Ken, and she does look like Barbie. That could work. Are you going to go down that slide? Can we all come?
Yeah,
You
Al.
can?
I'll pick you
Al,
guys
you
up.
could have the cowboy-themed bedroom if you come.
I'm all set on that, but I appreciate that. That'll be happening.